Ooh, it's kind of cold this morning. Well, I mean, it's kind of cold Monday morning, and Tuesday is probably cold. Because by the time I post the video, it'll be, yeah. So, we left off, we did the first three big powers. We did Germany, in which they attacked the Soviet Union once, a few times in the South as well. Soviet Union just built up, fell back to the second line of defense, which may be a little stronger for the Germans. And Japan, they they did some things, I guess you could say. They built a lot of things. They attacked Ceylon State. They did some more attacking down in the islands, and that makes them the king of the game. 90 IPCs, alongside Germany, which has 68, and then America falling behind them with at least 64 IPCs, which is still a lot, but, they should be at 77, at least 87, I don't know. Anyway, they're well beyond getting to the king's reign. And yeah, so next is the United States with, 64 IPCs. There they are. They're going to build a few things now. We're up on an Air Force, 3 fighters, so that's 30 out of their money. 34 IPCs left. They're going to build another aircraft carrier, that's 16 out of that. So 30 plus 16 is 46. They got 18 left, I'm pretty sure. 18 left. 6 men. That's all I can really think about buying. You know what? 4 artillery pieces. And we'll have 2 left over. So I don't know if it's exactly right, but if it's right enough to be right, then, So school's kind of in a way that I kind of picture it to be, Anyway, we're not going to focus on that right now, even though we need to, but it's our main focus right now. So, America is not ready for a war in Europe just yet. They still need to build up a little bit. And that's where these 4 men are going to go to. They're ready for war against Japan in the Pacific, kind of. They kind of need to, well, they can't build up, but they can. They can, however, of course, maybe, just do a little bit more on what they could do. So, if you remember when I did that video made back in, when was it? It was when I had the little pimple on my lip, which actually happened again. I did get that pimple out, if you remember. This was way back in March through May, whenever we were quarantining, we had to stay home. That's when I did it, and I think it's like maybe between April and May, probably early May, probably late April, I don't know. Anyways, between that time, I think I already knew that we weren't going to go back to school. Anyway, I made the video on what if it was focused on America, and America was in the center of the map. Oh, well, that didn't exactly work out because, it did kind of work out in a way. Because America really didn't need to focus on the front lines. So, now, if I must say, Japan is still out in the Pacific. They want to hold the Hawaiian Islands. America can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or at least will. No. 1, 2, 3 to get to Midway before they get to Iwo Jima. And that means that they cannot go to Iwo Jima, though they would very much like to. They are allied with the Soviets. So what they're going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4, they can actually go that far. They're going to land their forces inside, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This way it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll still be 4. Alright, well, we're going to land all of our forces in Siberia. Now, actually, Amur, because it's kind of a little bit closer. Now, America can do this. Matter of fact, we're going to land all our planes there as well. We're going to land all our forces in Siberia to help out the Soviets that are in need. Matter of fact, we're going to keep one of our stores there, so in case of a naval invasion. And it smells my tummy. I know what you're thinking. Are you hungry? Well, kinda. Now, we are, however, going to leave at least one man in a tank along home. Actually, we're just going to leave a man and the artillery piece there alone at home. And everything else is going to go into Siberia. These planes, however, will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, 6 in Siberia. And that's it. So, actually 2 men left on. So we landed all our forces in Siberia. Now what to do in Europe? We can't really do too much. So we're just going to build up out there. This aircraft carrier will go to Sea Zone. We do need another carrier right here. Sea Zone. That, basically. We're actually going to trade in these fighters for actual fighters. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, these 3 fighters will go on. One of the carrier, this one will go on this carrier. The other 2 will go on the newly built carrier. Because without carriers, we ain't got no power. Now, since we are at war, we're going to fly this strategic bomber over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into Scotland. Okay, and these 4 infantry will go into the eastern United States. So, now seeing that we do have a lot of men out there, now we can move on. China has had money. They got money back, and it did not mean anything to them, and it still does not mean anything to them. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And they will always have 7. And they got 6 more, so that's 13. So 13 IPCs, you can't really build too much out of that, except they are going to build this time around 3 artillery pieces because they kind of need them. And since they have more forces, they might as well just attack. But since they ain't just going to work, we might as well just quit at it. They're going to build up, however, in Quetzal. Alright, next is Britain. They only have 36 IPCs, seeing that they did lose most of their empire out here. And, yeah. So, yeah. 36 IPCs. We can only build too much, but we can build some things. This time around, we are going to waste our money on an Air Force. By 3 fighters. And since we got a little bit left over, we're going to build a tank. I would say 2 men, but a tank is good enough. Alright, so what can we do out here? We might as well just hit a complex again. But, you know. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attack. We're going to move these 2 men up to Rhodesia. Things that the 1 man in Kenya might come up there. And then we're going to attack. Alright, 1 man's going to attack Kenya. The other 2 is going to attack for Somaliland. Try to get back. First one is going to be into Kenya. And since destroyers can't bombard, they can't do anything. Okay, so we got nothing. Alright, the Italians go. I'm just gonna roll with this dice. Well, they got us, so I didn't really expect to win that battle. Seeing that it was a hard battle to win anyway. So next battle is in British Somaliland. We got them. The next day of the Italians, so they might take back Ethiopia and get extra IPCs. Or we can stop that by stopping it. At least they lost some land to that. At least they got British Somaliland back. We got, well, at least the British got British Somaliland back. It's hard to say that if you must know. Alright, so what is next? Well, we're going to fly this fighter over here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the carrier. Okay, so I'm going to move in these forces to, well, no, we can't. We won't lose those. I don't actually know what to do in the Pacific. We can only do too much. European front, we can do some things. I don't want to attack Alexandria just yet. We don't have that many forces there. And there's really no point, because I think they're going to win that front anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to do a... No, that's too risky. Since Turkey's at war, we might as well just think of shit. We don't have any forces up there either. Alright, so I guess next is Italy. Tank will go to Egypt. And these 3 fighters might as well just go to Egypt. And actually, how much are air bases? Anybody remember? 15. Half of 30 is 15. Alright, I'll say this. Next time is going to be an air base in Transjordan. Actually, I think we do have an air base in Malta. I think that's right. Let me check on a couple things here. Let me see if there's an air base in Malta. Over here. The way my neck is hurting. Okay, so no, there's not a air base. There's a naval base in Gibraltar. But, So no, Malta, there is no air base, although we can lift off of it. So I guess these 3 fires will have to go in Egypt as well. Actually, I'm wanting... If you heard that, that's not my tummy. Well, it is, just, Anyway, I'm going to put these 3 fires in Transjordan. No, you know what? Egypt. Because we're probably going to need that. Alright, so what is in Egypt? You're probably wondering. We'll actually do the Italian forces plus German forces there. So for Alexandrian Italian forces, they have 4 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 tanks, 1 mechanized infantry, 1 with 3 fighters, and that's about it. For us, we have, looks like only 3 fighters. So technically neck and neck. 5 infantry, 4 tanks, 1 mechanized infantry, and 2 artillery. I already said 1 mechanized infantry. But, actually, yeah, there's 4 tanks. So, a lot of forces, as you know. That's that. So, Italians are next. They have, looks like 16. Yeah, 16. They can buy an aircraft carrier now. But they're not going to do that because they need more money. Plus, they can only build 2 anyway. Cruisers are... they're going to build, actually... 2 tanks. 2 tanks. And 1 infantry. Actually, you know what? 1 artillery. Alright, so... we can't really attack Alexandria, actually Egypt, just yet. We don't have that many forces yet. Though now is our time to shine. We can attack Algeria now. Actually, Morocco. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some fire support. If we can. I think we can. Where those 2 fires go to? Oh, yeah. One of them went there. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to fly over the strategic bomber. 1, 2, 3... Nah, it's too risky. I guess we're just going alone. If we had Malta, this would be easier. I guess we're just going to land some forces down there. Nah, you know what? We're just going to go for it. We're just going to go all the way. 1, 2. You can just go back. 1, 2. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack with these ships here. That means you get 1 bombardment. They get nothing else. That is a 4. Alright, so we got... Alright, we're just going to take away the artillery faces. There's really no point in just throwing one out there. Still be one out there, you know. Alright, so now they get to roll 1 or below. Really just 1. And they get nothing. Nothing. We get something. We got all the men. Alright. It's the same. We got all the ladies. But no, we don't. Alright. So that fleet's going to go back. And, of course, we're going to go to Morocco. So we won the Moroccan front. Somewhat hard, if I must say. But, you know, that's that. So we have Morocco, which puts us up to 17. As much as the British Far East would have if we split the economies. Or, of course, we're not going to split the economies because that would be not good if we did. So, next, for our adventures with Italy, we really have nothing else to do except declare war on the Soviet Union. And we really have nothing else to do except just move those forces into Alexandria, including the new Africa forces. So we're gonna put those builds down if we could. These tanks, 2 tanks, will go into, looks like maybe Alexandria. And this artillery will actually go into, well, Alexandria. We're going to go with this long transport. Transport those troops down to, well, I guess just Tobruk. Yeah. So, Tobruk. We're going to go over 1 to there. And it looks like we're going to need a little kosher again for the forces there. And that's that. So, when I come right back, you're going to see those forces there. Alright, so, and I actually forgot to say this. Merry Christmas! And, of course, you know, I always forget to say things. Alright, so, that is the Africa Corps with a bunch of forces. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 infantry. A bunch of tanks, looks like. 5 tanks. 1 mechanized infantry. 3 planes, 1 strategic bomber. Actually, no, that is 14 infantry, 3 artillery, and that's about it. Alexandrian forces, as you must know, have not grown. But the Africa Corps, with the special little thing there, I'm sorry if you had not seen any Allied bulked up forces. I'm sorry. But if they ever do happen to have a bulked up Allied force, it would probably be the Americans or probably the Japanese that are in Hawaii or somewhere. Because some of these sea zones over in the Pacific, don't mind me just going over here, taking a long walk. And Dr. Fauci just got this alert. It says you should expect these COVID vaccine side effects. Well, but I don't expect any side effects. I don't know if I'm going to get the vaccine or not, you know. So now, of course, with their own tensions around the world, the Japanese are still the Ultima King. Queen, as I guess I could say, Germany is. So next is Anzac with a runner-up of, as I forgot to say, 15 IPCs, because I forgot to put the marker on Dutch New Guinea. How stupid am I, dude? Forget that thing. Pretty stupid, I suppose. So they have 15 IPCs. Let's go back over here. Wish I could make airsoft videos, but I don't know about this camera. Alright, so 15 IPCs. They can build some things. Not a lot of things, but you know. So 15 IPCs. We can build a cruiser if we want. I'm going to build 3 infantry. That's 9 already out of our pocket. That's 6 left. I guess we'll build a tank. Oh, anything else we can build? Yeah. I guess a tank. We can attack, however, that would be suicide. We're going to move back to this destroyer over here. We're not going to attack. However, like I said, if we can, we're going to get these Australian forces over into China. So we're going to make these forces, we're going to build these forces in Sichuan. 3 infantry will go there. Tank will go into Yunnan, since there is barely anything there. Seems like China is not going for the money there. I guess they don't want it. Of course they might. Alright, so next is Canada with 9 IPCs. Now they can move over to Europe. So 1, 2, 3. You know what? They're actually going to go for some extra money. Going for the kill with 10. 1, 2, 3. They're going to move into Portugal. Now, it seemed like that the sea zone is not adjacent to Portugal. However, it is by a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack there. This may seem kind of suicidal, but you know. Maybe there's extra forces as well. Alright, so the attack on Poland, we only need a 2. And look at that, my luck has sprung out. They only get 1 below, however. Well, look at 1. So 1 hand on a tank, we need to give Canada a chance for reasons. We got 1. We actually got a lot of them. And that's good, because we're all going to need that. So Canada goes up to 10, along with the... So, and the Canada ranch right there. We get to put up their marker there. They'll have many, but they have some. So they attack Portugal. They got some things out of it. And Germany does not like this at all. I expect them not to like it. So this destroyer is going to move 1, 2, 3 to there. And you know what? We're actually going to take back... No, we're not going to take back our money. I forgot. We moved our new forces in there already. Huh. It would... No. We'll bolt them. We bolt them right here. Alright, so that destroyer is going to stay there. Next is France. Last but not least, France. 10 IPCs. They're going to build a fighter. And I don't know why I didn't think of this, but they're going to build a fighter because they have a fleet. And this fleet is going to move these forces. Where can we go to? Let's give them some extra money. Well, that's something. I guess this cruiser will go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to cheat there a bit. But France has a strong fleet, you know. This destroyer is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. over into C-Zone 83. Yeah. And for wondering, I would also make French West Africa my capital. That's that. But our friends are not going to attack. They are, however, even actually going to move over to Kenya, getting closer to Kenya. You know what? We actually are going to attack. We move to, so we're going to take back Kenya if we can for the British, giving them back one IPC. No, we lost. Dang. Italy did not get anything, however. Still got a chance. We did not get anything, however. And that's very sad. So they got us, but we gave them a chance. We actually did not even get a chance. So it's either that the Italians are doing something to Kenya, or that we're just playing hardball with them. Or not hardball with them. But anyway, this is it for today. And a lot of things happened. We'll start with America. They built some carriers, done a little fleet management in Siberia, basically Amur. Also, in Europe, we built up some, not much, we built up some. And then we've done little things, specific, like China has built up some, not attacked, but built up some. They might attack Anshui, looks like they could. And of course, this might provoke the Japanese from taking Anshui. Alright, so UK is kind of built up. They did, however, not attack. They just, like I said, built up. There's no biggie for that, you know. And then Italy has built up some. They did not really. They attacked Morocco, got that extra IPC that they needed. That means that actually France will go down 1 to 9, and I forgot about that. So they cannot build a fighter. They can, however, build a man in a tank, which they will possibly need. Alright, so like I said, it will go up 1. Anzac just kind of built up. They got some extra money. Canada, of course, like I said, they built up. They attacked Portugal. Finally got on the map a little bit. Then they decided to. Then France decided to build up and went for the kill and for Kenya, but failed. A little bit miserably failed, actually. We should give them a pat on the back for actually trying, but they failed. The Free French, as we call them, Free French. They're way down in the game, but you know, it's kind of good for Germany, kind of bad for all the other powers. Like Japan, they lost some money. They gained some in return. So if they gain Korea back, they could possibly get some more money. So, like I said, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys next time, and we'll possibly see you tomorrow with another video. And I've hosted one today using the school's Wi-Fi, because if I use mine, this thing won't even be done by the end of the day. It'll get done by, like, in the night sometime. That's why I'm going to use the school's Wi-Fi until I get mine back. And actually, since the internet comes back after the 13th, which is actually kind of a miraculous time for me. It's the Sunday before the last week of, well, getting to Christmas break. And the 14th, when it actually resets, is that Monday. So when the internet resets, it will be reset in 2.5 weeks, basically. And also, basically, I should note this, that really I shouldn't have lost my internet. You know, I mean, I was being reckless and stupid. But reckless and stupid is what not happened. You know. Oh! Where does it go? 26. This was one of Japan's builds. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this right here, and that tank will go into Manchuria. I did not know that build was there. 26, that was our first build. So, I don't know if, well, yeah, they do have a few bonuses. They got Honolulu. They got the Outer Perimeter's not here. Anyway, so that's it for today. I'll see you again next time.